Hey folks, this is Trasknari, back again with another D&D recap. We last left off the party, this is the Fallcrest campaign, had just begun to start making their way up the tower to go confront Thorin. The next floor up entered the tower proper, with, as they begun to notice a pattern in the rooms, very, like they noticed they were now in the tower, no longer in the basement. They entered a room with, that had a large central room with a locked door with a symbol of a hand on it, a bunch of holes. They took the alabaster stones and started placing them in the holes, but realized that one was missing. Phoenix has first transformed into that particular shape and places him into the hole. The lock clicks and opens, and the party sees a bunch of open treasure chests and one unopened treasure chest inside the room. Phoenix finds that he's incapable of moving far away from the door without feeling nauseous due to the fact that the sword is in the door. So the party starts making its way in the room, and suddenly a Illithid, a mind flayer, appears in front of them, but doesn't seem to notice their presence. He walks over and starts trying to open the treasure chest when suddenly his robes start fluttering about him as if he were caught in a great wind. And he turns and starts to run towards the party, not even noticing them, before he begins to melt away, burning up and then collapsing in an unrecognizable heap. So the party decides not to approach the treasure chest, but with a few of them in the room, Vise conjures a magic hand and pokes the treasure chest with the stick. This causes 4 nozzles in the side of the room to start firing gusts of acid down on the party. And party in general just gets annihilated by the acid, just horribly attacked by it. Phoenix and Ramuf use their strategy of hit it until it breaks to try and attack it, although I refuse to let psychic damage count against a trap. Roberts and Lucan started running around disarming the traps, and Roberts was knocked unconscious by one of them. They finally managed to disable the trap after the party getting their butts handed to them, and they opened the treasure chest to find a bunch of monies, a mysterious green potion that when Vise tried to run an Arcana check on it, it pretty much burned his eyebrows off with the sheer raw magic in it, and so they handed it off to the assassin to hold on to. And they find a very nice magic wand that Vise refuses to use because he feels bad about getting the party killed. Almost killed. The party then heads upstairs to an area with a few rooms off to the side and a large curtain separating the party from the other staircase. And Roberts walks through the curtain and asks and then asks nervously, this may be a hard question, but has anyone over there seen my clothes? And sure enough, the skeleton was in fact naked when they looked beyond the curtain, and his weapon was gone. Vise then passed through and found that the same thing happened to him, and he was naked, and he proceeded to make a toga out of a nearby bedsheet. The party decides to investigate one of the other rooms, with Regdar trying to quietly open the door and find there's a guy right on the other side, a human mage. And then Phoenix runs over and Sparta kicks the other door, the other side of the double door in, and just sends the guy careening over, like ass over tea kettle, over a table. And the guys are like, who are you? What are you doing here? And Lucan rolls a series of amazing bluff checks to convince them that they worked for Thorin, and that they were trying to deliver Roberts as a captive to Thorin. The couple of mages buy it, and they disarm the magical trap, revealing that the Roberts and Beast had been wearing their clothes the whole time. Uh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was just remembering that I forgot something in the acid room. Phoenix tried to run away from the door to go revitalize Roberts, but started failed his heal check and failed his endurance check and just proceeded to vomit all over the floor from being pulled so far away from first. And then Ramuff ran over and woke up. He woke up Roberts, and Roberts just stares up at the nauseous dragonborn and the cleric, and he just says, "Well, this ain't the ugliest face I've woken up to before." I just wanted to throw that little moment in there. So they go upstairs without notice. Vise and Roberts realizing their clothes were on them the whole time, but had been turned invisible and unnoticeable. So they head upstairs and find themselves in the kitchen, where there are 12 kobolds running around doing stuff, and a human mage telling them what to do. They proceed to fail their bluff check and get attacked. And Phoenix pulls a moment of badassery by running into the room and using his lightning breath to fry 5 of the kobolds and zap the mage. And they clean up the encounter fairly quickly. And Phoenix decides at this point that he wants to pick up all of the javelins, 3 javelins apiece that the kobolds were carrying. So he picks up 36 javelins, and then suddenly the entire party hears this inhuman screaming sound and the sound of a rope snapping as Phoenix's horse, quite a ways away, instinctively realizes, oh shit, he's grabbing more stuff to sit on my back with, and just ran as far away as humanly possible, well, horsely possible, away from Phoenix. So Phoenix now no longer has a horse. And then they go into the other half of the room, which has a couple of dark hunters carrying great axes and dark creepers with knives. And this is where things get bad. Vise critically fails his Thunder Wave and accidentally hits Phoenix, sending him flying into the middle of the room, where he proceeds to get immobilized and just start getting wailed on by the creepers. And the rest of the party runs over to try and go help him, leaving Roberts to fend off three powerful enemies with great axes all by himself as a rogue. And moments during this battle included when, let's see, every party member except for Ramuff got bloodied. Phoenix, I believe, got bloodied twice, healing up and then getting bloodied again. Lucan shot an arrow at an enemy, missed, had the arrow hit the wall and rebound, and Lucan hit himself and bloodied himself. And then, in one turn, while he was bloodied, 3 creepers attacked and rolled max damage of each apiece on Roberts and instantaneously dropped him to negative bloodied value, which means that he dies, he does not fall unconscious, and he just gets killed on the spot. Roberts was dead. And the party barely manages to fix up the encounter without getting killed themselves. And they make a memorial for where Roberts fell. And as they decided to rest there for 12 hours, resting in shifts so that they don't get ambushed. And then while Phoenix is on duty, he hears a whispering of his god, the Raven Queen, who is also the one who sent Roberts back to life to kill Thorin. And he heard these words: "Captain, fail, burn, Cyric," as if it was a message that you can only catch little snippets of. So, yeah, that's where my campaign ended right there, and that was stretched over 2 sessions, but each only a day apart. And, yeah, it was very fun to play. I'm kind of sad that I lost my pirate, but the party was stupid and decided hey, we can have the rogue be an off tank and distract half mobs. So there was that too. But yeah, that was a tough encounter, and the party's on the home stretch now. They're almost getting up to Thorin. I don't know if I'm not sure if they'll be able to take him though. I'm Trusknar. I'll see you guys later.